Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to install the 4xInnovations plate bumper with tire carrier on a 95.5 to 2004 Tacoma. And I got a 98 Tacoma SR5 here, as you can see, and she looks pretty sweet with the bumper. I like it. This is the contents of the hardware kit. Comes along with the bumper. It's obviously the one with the tire carrier. Alright guys, to get the bumper off, first thing you gotta do is take off these 4 bolts on both sides. Right there. And that's 19 millimeter. You're going to want a wrench and a socket. And you'll probably need a breaker bar. These things are on tight. And we lubricated the bolts before we did this, long before we started, and did it again right before. With this nice handy hydraulic cart to catch the bumper, and got everything taken off there. The front one, we didn't realize the nut on the inside is welded on, so you just need to ratchet off this side. This side you need the wrench on the inside, ratchet on the outside, 19 millimeter. Just remember, before you drop the bumper, you got to disconnect your wire connections to your license plate lights. Easy peasy, just a little clip there. So we have this chalked up on 2 flat stack pieces of 2x4, because it will be a little wobbly if you just rest it on a hitch. So yeah, that works real nice. So we just have to push it in and bolt it up. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so we haven't bolted it up yet, but we'll just push the cart in, and just with someone watching and guiding, the other person pushing, goes right in there. The holes even line up, so it's great. Good job, Adam. The hardware kit came with 4 new bolts. It didn't come with 2 new nuts, so retain those for the back too. Also, before you put your bolts in, make sure to use Loctite on them before you tighten them down. Alright, so we got it bolted up. It's pretty easy. You can adjust in and out. You want to make sure that you get the sides relatively even. So just slide it in and out. Having the hydraulic cart is nice. Last step for the plate bumper is just to snip off these bad boys, because included in the hardware kit are these fancy license plate lights. These guys. So should be pretty simple to wire those up. So that's what we're going to do next. So if, like me, you decided to go against Adam's preferred instructions and the instructions included in the kit, I got this powder coated, so there's a little bit of coating built up on the thread, so I have to just run a tap through that before I can actually thread that in there. It's not wanting to go, so I'm going to do that. That's nice. Oops. This is not the right size for this tap, but we're making do. I'm like a clean hole. There we go. It's all good. Ugh. Get in there. Alright. And repeat on the other side. Okay guys, so we just got those wired up. It is white to black and green to red, like Christmas. I went ahead and soldered it and put some heat shrink on there so it's nice and clean and good. And I don't think that's going anywhere, so I'm not going to worry about zip tying. They're pretty, lengths are good, so I don't think it's going to get snagged on anything. There we go. It's a little tuck, a little good tuck. There we go. Step 1 for the tire carrier, install bearing. We're doing one at a time. We're going to use a clamp and a piece of wood. Alright guys, so this is what we had to do to get these bearings in. We put a piece of wood on this side, C-clamp over here, and then we used a washer that kind of fit right in there. It ended up being a little too big, so we just switched down to one that just fit right over that rubber O-ring gasket piece, and just squeezed both sides in there. And on to the next step here with these guys. The next step, we put these guys in. Pretty easy, just grease one side, thread lock the other. We ran into a problem where we were hitting on the inside here. Ended up kind of rolling the edges of our nut. And in the instructions it says it's 3/4 inch. The two that we have are both different sizes. One is a 7/8 and the other one was a 13/16. So it's repeated over here, just different size nut. Thought that was a little odd. This one doesn't have clearance issues, although it's a bigger nut, so it would have if we had switched the two. Yeah, all right. See our poop with grease? That's beautiful. That's some good greased up sliding action. Next step, rubber handle on. Found the best way for thick powder coat. Just stick it on there and just smash it. It's got that nice vent hole, so it lets air out. Next step, install the handle. Pretty simple. Nylon washer on the inside, regular washer on the outside. Is a 9/16, and just tighten that down. Okay guys, we just installed this nylon spacer piece, anti-skid plate, and this rubber stop here. We used Loctite on those as well. They're recommending red and everything, but all we had was blue, so that's what we used. So we're gonna rough it. Gotta move inside because it started raining. Next step, this guy right here. Very simple, same idea. Thread lock and screw in. We had to use a ratchet with a Phillips on that one because couldn't even get a stubby screwdriver in there. And yeah, this one we were able to do with a regular. Alright, so we finally got it on. We had a little problems with our seals in here on the roller bearing, but we got it. Just took a little convincing. I think part of the problem was this is some thick powder coat and they primed it before they powdered it, so the little sleeves in there, we couldn't get it pinched enough to squeeze in there, so we did a little damage there. Just gonna touch that up with some black spray paint, but that's not bad. The only other thing we scratched is just right here. It's under here. I'm not gonna open it right now, but it's yeah, it's not bad. So looks pretty sweet, I think. I'm gonna put my rotopax and my spare tire on, and then we'll see what she looks like then. And there she is. Show you guys how to open her up. See if I can hold the camera and open it at the same time. Just gotta pull this guy and yank on this handle, and it opens right up. You can see it's rubbing here. Not sure what I'm gonna do about that, but that's it. And opens real nice, doesn't make any squeaking noises. Locked into first position. Has a second position right here, right there. Tailgate clears just fine. Open it. Yeah, there she is. Alright guys, hope you enjoy.